I love good music.
So do I. Let's get out of here.
Sit down.
I've got to stay here. But there's no reason why you folks shouldn't go out into the lobby till this thing blows over. My friends, I am highly gratified at this magnificent display of effusion. And I want you to know, hooray for Captain Spaulding, the African English hero. Well, somebody's got to do it.
Captain Spaulding, it is indeed a great honor to welcome you to my poor home.
Oh, it isn't so bad.
Needless to say,
Wait a minute, I think you're right. It is pretty bad. As a matter of fact, it's one of the frowsiest looking joints I've ever seen.
This is Vera Markel, the famous dancer.
Is that so? Can you do this one? Here's one I picked up in a dance hall. Here's another one I picked up in a dance hall.
Mr. Hammer, will you let me say something, please?
I hardly think so, and there's something else I want to bring to your mind.
The Dean of Science wants to know how soon you can see him. He says he's tired of cooling his heels out here.
Tell him I'm cooling a couple of heels in here.
Hello? Yes? Ice water in 318? Is that so? Where'd you get it? Oh, you want some?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, do you mind?
Not at all. I always take the rat.
Hey. Yes, sir? Oh, no, sir. This is special for Mr. Helton, sir.
You see this? Come back in a half hour and I'll give you another look at it.
Do you know what you're trying to say?
Yes, it's not what I'm thinking of.
Tell me, what do you think of the traffic problem? What do you think of the marriage problem? What do you think of at night when you go to bed, you beast?
Well, I'll tell you, my dear.
I'd rather not discuss it any further. Remember, there are children present.
How do you do, Mr. Hammer?
Why don't you whistle at the crossing? I love you. I love you anyhow.
I don't think you'd love me if I were poor.
I might, but I'd keep my mouth shut.
I've always tried to do what I could, especially in the world of art.
Art. Well, I don't know how we drifted around to that, but what is your opinion of art?
I am very glad you asked me.
I withdraw the question. This fellow takes things seriously. It isn't safe to ask him a simple question.
Are you sure your husband's dead?
Why, yes.
There seems to be a trace of uncertainty in that yes. You know, a yes like that was once responsible for me jumping out of a window. And I'm not the jumper I used to be.
Not that I care, but where is your husband?
Why, he's dead.
I'll bet he's just using that as an excuse.
I was with him till the very end.
No wonder he passed away.
I held him in my arms and kissed him.
Oh, I see. Then it was murder. And now, madam, I feel that the time has come, the walrus
Captain
said,
Spaulding?
to speak of...
Captain Spaulding, you stand before me as one of the bravest men of all time.
All right, I'll do that.
What brought you here?
Ah, 'tis midsummer madness. The music is in my temples, the hot blood of youth. Come, Kapellmeister, let the violas throb. My regiment leaves at dawn. Just as I thought. The coast is clear. Italy, be your post. Remember, you're fighting for this woman's honor, which is probably more than she ever did.
Notables from every country are gathered here in your honor. This is a gala day for you.
Well, a gala day is enough for me. I don't think I can handle any more.
Say, what are you doing in there?
Nothing. Come on in.
Do you think that girls think less of a boy if he lets himself be kissed? I mean, don't you think that although girls go out with boys like me, they always marry the other kind?
I'll attend to you later. Don't try to pull
Captain
that...
Spaulding.
Why, you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and that's not saying much for you.
Another thing, take our cattle raising. Oh, I don't mean anything personal, but...
Don't try to hide. I know you're in that closet.
Did you see me go in the closet?
No.
Am I in the closet now?
Well, no.
Then how do you know I was in the closet? Your Honor, I rest my case.
I beg your pardon. Am I intruding?
Are you intruding? Just when I had her on the 5-yard line. I should say you are intruding. I should say you are intruding, pardon me. I was using the subjunctive instead of the past tense. Yes, we're away past tense. We're living in bungalows now. Oh, sometimes I think I must go mad. Where will it all end? What is it getting you? Why don't you go home to your wife? I'll tell you what, I'll go home to your wife, and outside of the improvements, you'll never know the difference. Did anyone ever tell you you had beautiful eyes?
No.
Well, you have. And so have you. He shot her a glance. As a smile played around his lips. And you can say it was a real love match. We married for money. Am I shrinking, Violet? Say, it wouldn't hurt you to shrink 30 or 40 pounds.
Oh, you impudent cad. I'll report you to your paper.
I'll thank you to let me do the reporting. Is it true you're getting a divorce as soon as your husband recovers his eyesight? Is it true you wash your hair in clam broth? Is it true you used to dance in a flea circus?
This is outrageous.
Pardon me while I have a strange interlude. How happy I could be with either of these two if both of them just went away.
I want excitement. I want a hot...
What do you say? Are we all going to get married?
All of us?
All of us.
But that's bigamy.
Yes, and it's big of me, too. It's big of all of us. Let's be big for a change.
Give me the stowaway.
Hey, you. Are these your gloves? I found them in your trunk. You girls go to your rooms. I'll be down shortly. I'm going back in the closet, where men are empty overcoats.
Oh, brown eyes.
Whee! I want to dance. I want to dance till the cows come home.
Just what do you mean by this?
Another thing, I don't care for the way you're running this boat. Why don't you get in the back seat for a while and let your wife drive?
And with that, sir, I bid you a fond farewell. Good day, sir. Good day.
And here's your gloves. You would take them, wouldn't you?
Boy.
You know I could rent you out as a decoy for duck hunters? The idea. I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived. Have a cigar, babe. Okay for the picture, Joe. Pictures? Here's a little sex stuff for your front page.
The Dean is furious. He's waxing Roth.
Is Roth out there, too? Tell Roth to wax the Dean for a while.
I don't like this innuendo.
That's what I always say. Love flies out the door when money comes innuendo. Well, goodbye. It's nice to have seen you, but I've got nobody to blame but myself. Ta-ta. Now, could you tell me...
Oh, please.
Come back for me in 5 minutes. Hi! Fancy seeing you here. Well, it's a small world after all. Oh, why can't we break away from all this? Just you and I, and lodge with my fleas in the hills. I mean, flee to my lodge in the hills. Oh, I love sitting on your lap. I could sit here all day if you didn't stand up.
I want to be near you. I want you to hold me. Oh, hold me closer. Closer. Closer.
If I hold you any closer, I'll be in back of you.
Oh, Professor, you're full of whimsy.
Can you notice it from there? I'm always that way after I eat radishes. Hey, have I got time to go back and pay my hotel bill?
Sorry, too late.
That suits me fine. Is the opera over yet?
Not yet, signore. In a few minutes.
Hey, you, I told you to slow that nag down. On account of you, I nearly heard the opera. Now, Mrs. Upjohn, I want you to take your arms and let them wave through the air with the greatest of ease. Not too swiftly.
Like that, Doctor?
Yes, that's splendid.
How long do you want me to do this, Doctor?
Just until you fly away.
I've been sitting right here since 7 o'clock.
Yes, with your back to me. When I invite a woman to dinner, I expect her to look at my face. That's the price she has to pay.
Your check, sir.
$9.40? This is an outrage. If I were you, I wouldn't pay it.
Are you sure you have everything out there?
I've never had any complaints yet. And listen, Gottlieb, nix on the lovemaking, because I saw Mrs. Claypool first. Of course, her mother really saw her first, but there's no point in bringing the Civil War into this. Married. I can see you right now in the kitchen, bending over a hot stove. But I can't see the stove. I suppose you'll think me a sentimental old fluff, but, would you mind giving me a lock of your hair?
A lock of my hair? Why, I had no idea.
I'm letting you off easy. I was going to ask for the whole wig. Well, that covers a lot of ground. Say, you cover a lot of ground yourself. You better beat it. I hear they're going to tear you down and put up an office building where you're standing. You can leave in a taxi. If you can't get a taxi, you can leave in a huff. If that's too soon, you can leave in a minute and a huff. You know you haven't stopped talking since I came here? You must have been vaccinated with a phonograph needle. We took some pictures of the native girls, but they weren't developed. But we're going back again in a couple of weeks.
A very enlightening speech, Captain. Very
Hooray
enlightening.
for Captain Spaulding!
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.